Well, hey guys, hi, good morning. It is Brent Abel, WebTennis.com, here with the follow-up video segment of this week's episode of What's the Right Shot? And, you know, we veered off course a little bit on this where I asked you the question about court positioning. What was the number one mistake that you saw in player and partner kind of team court positioning? And, you know, there was a lot, I guess, to pick from, because you guys found a lot of stuff. Number one was the server Jerry did not serve and volley. He stayed back. And that's pretty much his style. He's got a real solid forehand. And I think at this point in his tennis career, he just feels better staying back. And which, you know, I think against a good volley team, it's tough. It's tough to win when you've got good volleyers up there at net. The next part here was focused on Jerry, the server, on his partner Guy. And, you know, a lot of people said, geez, you know, Guy waited too long to back up. And I disagree. I think the Guy waits as long as he can trying to determine the depth of this lob, because right here, he's got to figure I'm not going to get under the ball and play an overhead. At best, I'm going to be able to kind of hit a swinging, kind of high forehand. I mean, it is, I guess, kind of a hybrid overhead here. But at this point, what I would have said to Guy if I was him is I would have stopped right here. I would have put on the brakes and really hunkered down and gotten ready to play, you know, a reflex volley. You know, rather than continuing to sort of, I mean, he tries to go to split step here. But if you look at it, he's not really in a great ready position with his hands. I guess he just anticipates that I was going to do a little bit more with this, and ends up trying to go Hollywood with this between the legs volley. So that's not what I want to get to, though. Here's where I think the number one mistake in this point happens in court positioning. And to me, this is the number one rule in doubles, is that when you are cross court from the ball, all right, the ball is here, you're cross court, you're on the diagonal, you've got to play in the back third of the box, and your partner ends up right about in the middle of their box. And the reason for that is that you got to cover more court. When you're cross court, you cover the middle. You got to cover this angle over here. You got to cover a deep lob. And off of this first shot, Cliff, my partner, who we tend to pick on occasionally, right now plays the perfect volley. He plays a perfect volley. And the only problem is now where he goes. And now I'm sensing that a lob is really a high probability, because here's what's happening. My partner Cliff has now moved in front of me on the parallel. So I'm already thinking, you know what, the chances of a lob are right now going way up. So that's exactly what happened. Cliff ends up in here. I just sense early the lob's coming and do my best to get over here. But here's another court positioning mistake, is that if I want to go with this shot back cross court, man, I need my partner to give me some space to do that, to clear out. So, you know, if you're going to cross on this, you know, if you find yourself in this position and you're going to cross, now you've got to and maybe that's what Cliff was thinking, that I was going to play it back here, and that's why he's going to be the up man on this. I don't know, but I would have tried to give a little bit more room here. Number one, to give your partner some room to play their shot, because if I go cross court, I'm going to thump them right in the back or the head. So you need to back up in here and then adjust to where this shot goes. Now, since I'm going back towards Guy, who's now the cross-court player? Well, Clifford's so he needs to be back in here, and I need to try to close. So, guys, that's kind of court positioning rule number 1 in doubles. When you are up at net and you are the cross-court player, you've got to be on well, you are in the diagonal, but you got to hold your position in here. You've got to be in the back third of the court and not close. Okay? I mean, how open is this lob? It's pretty open. So, guys, right below the video, let me know what's on your mind. And as always, come on, get out there and make today another great day.